need help. Where are they? I'm dying. I need my health back. Shit.
Yes, Warzone solos. Don't. Please don't. You're not gonna be happy. I told you don't come in here! Fuck! Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is the 24th of February, 2024. It is a very special edition of the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at level 99. We are already off to a hell of a start because it is a magical butter day. That is right, folks. Going to be very busy tomorrow, so I decided Sussy Baka Sunday would now be the time to do this. And I couldn't think of a better way of doing this than by making fun of the guy, because we do not care very much for him, obviously. But it will not just be raw Phil. I cannot stand him even clipped. So let's jump right on in.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you come in.
Oh, fuck you. I'm already mad at him.
Today's the 24th of February, 2024. I'm DSP. Welcome to the show. I hope that you're all doing well and having a great weekend.
What is up, Deus Marionette, Boneless One? How are we doing today? Happy to have you here.
Good progress. Had a lot of fun in fighting games and got a lot of stuff out of the way on yesterday's podcast. We had a lot of stuff to
Let me know if you can hear Phil and me and the game all
representations and all
okay.
of that is done. Today on the show, we're going to focus primarily on my thoughts about Baldur's Gate now that we're hitting 100 hours.
Can hear him and you. Thank you, Marionette. Boneless One says doing well.
By the end of
Still recovering from last night's shenanigans. Let's go. The Boneless One had an excellent stream yesterday. Happy to be a part of it.
We're essentially at 100 hours of gameplay. All right. Interesting. Because if you're not aware, today in Baldur's Gate 3, we are actually going to arrive, get this, at Baldur's Gate. That's right. 100 hours.
The fact that he hates playing this game, but he's playing it because he's getting paid to do it, is so amazing to me.
They should have actually called the game anything else except and outside of Baldur's Gate.
Oh, fuck off. God damn it. He's always doing this dumb shit. He's doing semantics.
When are we getting there? What's the significance of it? And everyone's like, oh, don't worry, that's Act 3. Well, we're in Act 3. In fact, we've been in Act 3 for about 10 hours now. I'm like, are we finally going to get our explanation? Are we finally going to see what happens at Baldur's Gate? I hope so. I hope that it's... Imagine if that was the biggest misnomer ever. Meaning that the name is not representative.
Is misnomer the correct word? Please somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Misnomer?
An inside joke of the
Why does this guy have a face for radio? Ha! Ladies and gentlemen, coffee not safe for work asking the real questions here. What is good, pimp?
Show. What I would like to do, now that I am 100 hours into Baldur's Gate 3, okay? I would like to talk about my thoughts about the game.
Oh my god, his thoughts. Please, let us know, 15-year content creator. Coming in hot with the old man yells at cloud energy. True! Boneless One knows exactly what we're talking about.
Still maintaining a variety schedule over the last 2 months, we still didn't beat it. Alright? We're not going to beat it before major new releases happen. The next major new release occurs on February 29th, a mere 5 days from now. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. In fact,
he's gonna ruin this game for me.
I ordered it on my PS5, and it's set up to pre-install.
Gross. We're already right off the jump.
Basically,
thick snorts.
I know that this game is not going to be able to be played as much anymore. In fact, to give you guys full transparency, Baldur's Gate 3 has been the major playthrough I've been doing for months. Now, sometimes...
It's because he's getting paid $100 per time to play it.
As a day stream.
He's hunting for truffles.
All Baldur's Gate, right? Starting next week, Final Fantasy VII will take up that role. In fact, the first week...
I'm going to take a vacation from Phil when he starts playing Final Fantasy. He's going to absolutely hate Costa del Sol. Maybe I'll stick around for that.
17 hours of a game on launch week is a lot for me. Very rarely would I ever play a game that much during 1 week. But I definitely
Two snorts.
feel
We've got
like
two
this game
snorts in.
warrants
Not
it.
even the first 5 minutes.
7 Rebirth is the most hyped game of the year so far for most people. It looks like all the reviewers are praising the living crap out of it, saying it's the best overall Final Fantasy game ever made, which is pretty wild to think about that. I don't know if I believe that. I think it's another case of journalist hype. But still, I'm very pumped.
You can't take anything, like, at face value. You always has to, like, do this dumb shit.
So I'm just as excited as most of you to play it this coming Thursday. Okay?
Don't watch him play Final
That being
Fantasy.
said,
Watch me play
since
it.
That will now be the major stream. Baldur's Gate is going to take a major backseat. It's going to go from
That means the channel is ruined.
to once a week.
If it wasn't for the fact he was getting paid $100 every time he streams that game, he would be in financial ruin.
3 hours a week. I mean, if we're going to be like, let's say we're 103 hours in or something like that. If you're only playing 3 hours a week, it could take upwards, no exaggeration, of about 2 months.
Would
to
be?
beat Baldur's Gate 3.
It will
I just
be.
want you to understand something. I did everything I possibly could to play as much of this game as possible, to learn its mechanics as well as I could.
100 hours in and he still doesn't know how to play the game. His chat handholds him.
Instead of kissing the game's butt constantly like so many people have done, I was trying to be fair and balanced and honest with my opinions on it. I hope you've gotten that out of the playthrough and out of me talking about the game. I don't hate Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm also not massively in love with it.
He does hate
quite
it.
a good game.
He does hate it. He doesn't like the relationship aspect of it. He doesn't hate the fact. He hates the fact that he has to like use his brain and think.
Media height, fanboy height, the fact that it's so long, etc., versus actually looking at the game objectively.
Gross.
Still, it's a great game. I would not have played it 100 hours up to this point.
You would because someone was paying you. Stop playing.
All right. So today, what I would like to do is fairly talk about Baldur's Gate 3 and give you all of my opinions on what I do like and don't like about it, particularly
Whoops.
some gameplay elements that I actually feel they did really well that I wish more RPGs would follow, and we'll talk about that today. Like, there's one particular thing I actually really like.
Jessica, how are you, pimp?
And I think
Happy to have you here today. It's gonna be a different. It's going to be a different thing today. We're going to be live reacting to the Level 1 podcast.
After this, it is a back burner game, not an afterthought, because here's the thing. I'm happy we played it as much as we did up to this point.
He's happy he got paid.
Now, every time we play the game, we can be like, we're in the end game. We're near the end. We're going to see it end, you know, relatively soon. That's a good thing. Imagine if I was still stuck in Act 2 and we were starting Final Fantasy 7. Everyone would be like, just drop it. Forget it. But now that we're in the end game push, we're moving towards the end zone, right?
Glad to hear that you're good. Give me a trigger button and an online sausage party. Anything else is trash. Ha! Boneless one is zeroing in on the exact reason why he does not like playing games that makes him think.
Let's do it. Let's talk. First of all, let's recap what I did yesterday. Let's talk about the schedule for the week.
Here he goes regurgitating the same shit over and over and over again.
So yesterday, loaded podcast, game news, addressing complete slander against me, someone making a completely erroneous video about me.
Oh, here we go. Right into the gold dust, baby. Let's go.
Among other things, you know, we talked about a lot yesterday.
Slander. Get the fuck out of here.
And stuff like that. Don't need to reiterate that stuff today. If you want to see my opinions on all of that stuff, watch yesterday's show. Particularly,
or don't give him the view.
And someone who's always kind of been a troll or critic of mine having a bad time, and I explained to them that's not what I'm all about. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it because I don't want people to have bad times in their lives.
Watch him now go into it.
Like me or they've treated me poorly. I don't care. I want everyone.
It sounds like he doesn't care.
And I think a lot of people got shocked by that. They were like, "Oh yeah, I don't know." People just today are just so nasty to each other. They can't believe that. So there's some people out there that don't wish others harm, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. So, after that, we jumped into Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
And yesterday, we basically did all the things leading up to entering the game. There was a few odds.
So nasty, unlike him. Like, the only reason people come at him is because they like to match energies. When he ends up being shitty to his chat or shitty to developers or shitty, just shitty in general, that's when they strike.
But notably, the biggest development yesterday, I would say yesterday, if you look at the plot of Baldur's Gate 3, we had one of
there's a lot of plot in that game. You know what I mean.
The game now presents to you like options of what you want to do to finish the game. And there's all these different scenarios to essentially take out the big bad of the game. Like, who do you side with? You know, what do you do to beat it or whatever? And, man.
And
Basically, oh, excuse me, because I got a burp stuck in me. Hold on one second.
gross. Turn off the mic, man.
Basically, the way I see it is the game is trying to give you unprecedented control over an RPG like you've probably never seen before. I like that.
But
okay? Like, I don't want to spoil the plot of the game, but
then
of
don't.
course, you know, there's a big bad, there's an ending, there's going to be a big final fight. But how do you do that fight? And you're presented with ally with this one, ally with this side, ally with this group, or throw everyone away and just try to do it with no one's help. And it's like, the way I see it is, you really have to try to pick and choose your battles here. Like, do you really want to start conflict with this group when you know you probably can't beat them? Do you ally with this group, but then you wonder if they're going to turn on you at the end? You know what I mean? It's interesting because it actually makes
Seriously, how do you do it? I'm bad at
think about
games.
What's best for your party? What's best for all the work you've put into this game?
He is.
So
He's
far.
the worst.
You're invested at this point. So you want to be sure you're doing the right thing and you don't get a shitty ending or you screw people over.
Who cares?
So,
You don't care.
it's tough.
He wants
honestly.
to just
It's a
clear
tough
it so he can say that he
decision.
cleared it so he
Tough
doesn't have to
decision.
play it anymore.
And you don't have to
But
necessarily
guaranteed
come
he's
to a
going to go
tough
back to it
decision at this
if
point in the plot.
the money
You're
isn't
presented
there.
with all the options. So now moving forward, we have to make these critical decisions. Right?
Who's
What
we?
have to do is focus on what do we do to get around these different situations. And I'm wondering how it's going to pan out with the decision I made so far and if what I'm doing is going to work. You know, I almost feel like I do almost feel like
Spit it out,
I don't wanna
Junior.
say, like, the game's trying to screw you, but I get this ominous feeling, and again, I don't spoil myself on games that I play. I get this feeling like coming up, something else is going to happen that's going to make everything a moot point, and I hope that's not the case, because if that's not the case, then this game may be the most
By the way-
moving game I've ever played, and if you don't know what that means...
Oh no, the game
There's
made
so
me
much going on in
think
the
it's
plot
so
that your choices
unfair.
can really
It's like
change
this
the
guy is
plot.
so repellent
Imagine
to
if
using
really
his
your
brain
choices matter so
or
much,
using like his
infinite
heart.
combinations of ways to beat the game or end the game. I like that. What I'm hoping is they don't come to a situation where it's like, well, you made all these choices, but
Oh my
by the way, at
God.
the end, boom, some twist happens that you weren't expecting, and this is going to happen no matter what, and there was no way around all of that. So just deal with that, haha. Because then it's
Gotcha.
gonna feel, you know what that's going to feel like? The old Telltale games, where you would play the game, the entire series, like a 5-episode thing. You get to the end, and then the ending is basically not stoppable. It's gonna happen
I've really
no matter
never
what.
played a Telltale
The
game,
entire game
so
was the illusion of choice. I hope that's not what they're doing with this game. I do hope that definitively your ending depends on your choices up to that point.
definitively.
Like,
Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, kings and
you're
queens,
presented with
and everybody in between. Give it up for DeMonte in the ha. How are you, pimp? Welcome.
yourself. I hope those are actual choices. Not, oh, by the end you just have to do this one anyway. I guess we'll see, but
We
hoping
will
for the
see.
best. And the fact that the game has so much
Telltale-
content, you would
Telltale
think that they're
games
trying
are
to make it
okay.
meaningful. Imagine investing 100 to 150 hours into a game, and at the end they give you a rushed ending that's the same for everyone. I'd be like, never make a game again. Just don't even bother, right?
The game of the year last year, and he's like, don't even bother making the same game. What an idiot.
Anyway,
Glad to
shall
hear that
see.
you're good,
okay,
DeMonte.
but that's where we are in Baldur's Gate 3. We're about to enter the gate and see what happens. Last night in Tekken 8, I did pretty well.
Hey, hype the commentator in the ha.
The more I played, the
How are you still up? Didn't you do a live commentary of
3 times. On a Monday, I
Elimination Chamber?
not this Monday that passed, but the Monday before. I
What's good
played
with you,
him,
pimp?
In like casual matches, what they call quick matches. Then
Like
that
it
Friday
casual.
After I also did quick matches. Then this last Monday, I did ranked for the first time. And then last night, I did ranked. And within those 2 ranked sessions, I'm already into the red ranks. That's pretty good. To get into the red ranks within 4 hours is pretty
I
darn
did,
good
then I
progress.
ate, then
I've
fell
won
asleep
far
for
more than
a
I've
few
lost.
hours. Let's
But
go.
now,
I won't
when
check
did
out
the red ranks,
Elimination Chamber until tonight.
I'm now facing bigger challenges. For example, now people have learned the strategies that are very abusive online, which is technically what I kind of face every time I play Street Fighter 6 at this point in the meta. You know, pick a character who's fast, who has a move that really stuffs
I think my
you
sound
a
alert,
lot.
my sound
It's
is off
punishable,
on
but it stuffs
PlayStation.
you a
Hold
ton.
on.
And since I'm not playing the game that much, I don't recognize the moves. And so those moves
I don't
basically
know.
cancel through everything I'm trying to do, leading to giant damage. And then
He
when
just
you're
doesn't
rounding
know how to
out,
play.
find a way
Just
to
say
mix
it.
you
You
up
don't
so
know how to
don't really
play.
know how to get up safe and just keep pounding you till the round is over.
Get the
Like,
fuck out of my lobby. There you go.
there was a Claudio player.
It's very nice.
That literally the only thing he could legit hit me with was this launcher.
As a mediocre
Now, I know
neckbeard
the
who
launcher
bitches on the
is not
internet
safe,
for a living,
but
let
it's
me
still
tell you how to
fast,
program a
it goes through
triple
almost
A
everything
video
like
game.
that.
True. Boneless got it right.
So I work my butt off to fight this guy, and he gets
Oh
one lucky hit, and that's the entire round for him. And it's like, that's what you're gonna face at higher levels of Tekken. People who have found
This guy is the
something.
Tekken expert now,
There was a
guys.
friggin' Alyssa player. Not Alyssa,
It was a solid
Alyssa
show. I was falling asleep during my stream, so it's safe to say the VOD will not get posted. Hey, well, hey, this guy right here also falls asleep during his streams.
So I basically lost like.
So
a
the
bunch of
standard's been
rounds,
set,
and
my
then I
guy.
adapted to it and was able to win. So anyway.
Ugh, gross.
Basically, I'm getting better. I'm in the red ranks. I'm winning more than I'm losing. I'm getting better at Tekken. I'm having a lot of fun. But man, it's nothing like when I played Street Fighter 6. The attendance on that stream was not great.
Here we go.
Literally, we had a few people supporting at the very beginning of the stream.
It's all about
and then
support,
that was
baby.
it. So all the hype is gone for Tekken 8. And that sucks because I really like Tekken 8. I don't want to drop the game because I'm actually getting better at it. I want to continue to play with Yoshimitsu and get better and better so that I can actually feel like I've gotten a hold competitively of another fighting game. Just to be honest, it's hard enough. I'm only playing the game twice a week, and only playing it 4 or 5 hours a week is not enough.
Give
to learn
me
competitively to fight.
monies.
You need to
True.
play the fighting game a hell of a lot to learn matchups.
I'm back uploading
character
MCW
knowledge, all
Universe
this stuff.
streams on
I'm
March
really
1st in a
learning
couple
at
of days. Let's
very
go.
slow
Demonte
pace
killing the
because I'm not playing that
WWE
much.
2K
Street Fighter
game.
6, if you remember, I was playing
Getting ready for
like
2K24.
Street Fighter
Did you see
I was
the Cody
playing
Rhodes
3,
Lego
4,
or
5 times a
action
week, so more
figure
than
version of
double
him?
what I'm playing
That's
Tekken
funny.
right now.
I will
So
not
that
be on the
being
same
said,
level as DSP. I keep my eyes open and the commentary
That being
going.
said,
There you
I
go.
like the game a lot. I want to keep playing it, but it's going to be tough. Number one, it's going to be tough to balance that with the other stuff I'm doing. And number two, now there starts to be demand for Street Fighter 6 again. Because if you don't know, the next DLC character for Street Fighter 6, who's called Ed, he's a returning character for Street Fighter 5. He comes out on Tuesday. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not picking him. I'm not playing him. Why? Because number one, I played Street Fighter 6 for 7+ months straight. I got burnt out on it. I like the game. I am.
Will
going
we
to go
ever
back to it
get burnt
eventually,
out on Dark
but
Side,
I'm
Phil?
enjoying
Probably
this
not.
break.
Ed is my bot.
I'm
Boy.
really
Oh.
very concretely.
He's got the
enjoying
Karen
this
hair.
break from
Oops.
Street Fighter.
I'm in the
I don't
storm.
want to keep playing Street Fighter constantly because I know what'll happen. I will just get outright burnt out on it and not want to play it anymore.
But
So
that's your
taking time away to
game.
do
Street
something
Fighter's
else
your
has
jam,
worked.
Phil.
Like, I like Tekken. I'm involved in it. I'm invested in it. I'm learning it. And I know that months down the road, when I go back to Street Fighter 6, I'll care more because I've been away from it for a while. It'll feel more refreshing. You see? Only being away for a month and jumping back in, it feels like that's too soon. Plus, I want to keep playing Tekken.
Sounds like a
I can
cope
just Street Fighter
session to
6
me.
now.
Sounds like he's
I have to
coping.
drop Tekken. There's no way I could play 2 competitive fighting games like this at the same time. It would
Fuck
not-
off. I'm playing
Plus,
Tekken 8
got
and
half
Mortal
my
Kombat
schedule
1 at the
to
same
become a
time.
fighting game player. It's just not going to happen, okay?
Just say you don't want to do it.
So, with me not playing Street Fighter 6 next week, I know what's going to happen.
People are going to play it?
Oh, he's not playing the new one. And blah, blah, blah. There's nothing I can
I
do.
like the game, but
can't
also I don't want to play it ever.
And the fact is that right now, so many games are so time investing. Baldur's Gate 3, 100 hours. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, we're reaching the 30-hour mark.
He doesn't have to play Like a Dragon. Nobody likes that game either, but he insists on playing it. It's so weird. He'll say that Tekken is... Nobody is supporting Tekken, and so he doesn't understand why people are not, like, supporting. But then he'll play Like a Dragon, say that he loves it, and people will tell him straight up that they don't like a Dragon.
Time investment. It's very rare when you're getting a video game that's 15 to 20 hours long and a complete experience anymore. So because of that, it's hard for me to juggle so many games and figure out what to play and what not to play, right?
Gross.
So, I don't know what to do. There is no real answer
He
to that.
he accepts no responsibility, and so he puts it all on his audience.
I can't keep playing
Come
Baldur's
on.
Gate 3 full time and keep playing Final Fantasy 7. I can't. I have to make these decisions, right? So here are my decisions. I'm about to tell you the schedule.
Oh my God, here we go. Shit!
By the way, I did not intend to be drinking grape drink the same day that I have a purple background. That's a complete chance, but it matches the background. So
Oh my God. Who cares, guy? Who cares?
Okay. Tomorrow. Well, I should say today. Baldur's Gate 3 on the first stream. We're actually reaching Baldur's Gate and we'll see where the game takes us.
You're like my boy with his toys. You're leaving that monster dong everywhere, and I'm tripping over it.
Really cool because we're gonna keep doing
Boneless one. It's your goddamn job to play video games. You sentient chode. He's figuring out what games will make him the most money. True. All of these are true. And thank you, Coffee, for keeping the legacy of my endowment top of mind to everybody here in the chat.
Heavy Rain continuing on DSP Throwback. So my sister channels are actually getting some attention tomorrow with fun live streams. Okay? Monday, more Tekken 8 on the daytime.
By the way, Darkside Phil is kind of into incest, so when he keeps saying shit like that.
To the red ranks, I don't know. We're going to see. It sure would be great to advance him. From what I'm hearing, it really gets tough. Once you get past red, you get into purple. Purple is the sweats. Like, purple is when, man, it gets tough. Everyone's good. Everyone knows their shit. Timing gets better. A lot less spamming. When I heard when you get to blue, it's like, now you're at a tournament, basically. Like, well, I'm not that good at Tekken. So I'm thinking maybe my plateau may be purple. Like, that may be the best I'm ever going to get at Tekken 8. Unless I really...
Ravens, baby.
Go for it.
5-step strategy. All the little nuances and things that I don't know right now, right? We'll see. But anyway, I'm excited for more Tekken on Monday. Monday night, more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And then Tuesday will be the final, last hurrah.
I was very happy with my Elimination Chamber overlays this year.
It hits the back burner and gets
well, I'm sorry, Hype. I didn't see it live because I was asleep.
If you want to come Tuesday, the last hurrah
4 in the morning today.
Of this playthrough, please come.
Had a lot of fun streaming and hanging out on the Boneless One stream. Hanging out with Lisa the short hair waifu.
Okay. Then Tuesday night, it will be more like...
And being overall degenerate in the chat.
On Thursday, February 29th, it is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth all day long. First stream, second stream, all day,
Phil.
RPG goodness. Cannot wait for 5+ hours on launch day. Friday, more Final Fantasy VII and Friday Night Fights Tekken. Sunday, Final Fantasy VII and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Friday, Final Fantasy VII and Friday Night Fights. Saturday, Final Fantasy VII and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Sunday, the react show. And no stream on Sunday night.
Good. Thank God. Spare us.
Why no stream? Because
nobody cares, Phil.
I have to start work on stuff behind the scenes like my taxes.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? He literally said nothing. Coffee, congratulations, my friend. You are now in the vortex. This is exactly what he's got. This is exactly his MO. I have to schedule the next Horny for Main episode when you're not live. No. I hung out with you for like an hour and a half, then I went live. Prolocar was live. No. I wasn't counter-programming or anything like that. I was just taking advantage of the fact that I was, usually Fridays are my marathon stream, and I will not be able to do a marathon stream on Sunday, so that was the only reason why. You never have to accommodate for me.
But then Monday, more Final Fantasy VII and...
My taxes, my wife, my mom.
That Monday, I'm probably going to do Tekken 8, and then Like a Dragon, and then...
Oh my God, you see, this is what the chat is always talking about. He's asking the chat for feedback, and they say, Guy, this is not it.
Just one. It's probably going to be...
Let me know if the PlayStation's too loud.
Okay, but every other stream, so Thursday all day Final Fantasy.
Can you hear everything okay?
Saturday daytime stream Final Fantasy. Probably Tuesday daytime stream Final Fantasy. Maybe even Monday, because what I'm thinking is...
How much you want to bet that once he stops making a decent amount of money for Final Fantasy VII, he's going to cut it?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah, 17 hours. If I play it as the day streams and then all day on Thursday, then
this is literally his therapy session.
17 hours of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for the first week.
Get the Costa del Sol, coward. You're trying to see Tifa's mommy milkers.
So hopefully, you guys will join me for this, and hopefully it's good. You know, all the reviewers are saying it's one of the best.
Play the demo, idiot.
Ever. Here's the thing.
I'm not going to kiss the game's butt if everybody's telling me it's going to be a great game.
Than Final Fantasy 16. That game really fucking sucked.
Fuck you, Phil. You fucking suck. I will not take this Final Fantasy 16 slander like this.
Who really are like the ultimate defense force for Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, he's talking about me. He's talking about me.
Because I don't think there's anything redeemable about that game.
Really.
I don't think there's anything redeemable about you, you fuck.
Well, I'm looking for a good Final Fantasy game right now, and I'm very hopeful that Final Fantasy
There's a great Final Fantasy game at the bottom of the ocean. You should go there to find it.
So
you need to take a little submarine in order to get there.
Thumbs up. If it's better than remake, we're like,
be honored.
Stellar, right? Like super good. So we'll find out. Anyway, yes, I'm excited.
He uses like commas.
So much on it next week. So that's the plan. Now, are there other games coming out in March? Yes. You got the new Battlefront collection, Battlefront 1 and 2 of Star Wars, coming out around the middle of the month. I am interested in that. I think it's around the 22nd. I'm going to double check that.
He's not rich enough for a billionaire sub. He told us as much. Yep. From his lips to God's ears.
Pretty sure. Go.
Ugh. He's looking down at his phone on stream. That's like literally a sin. You can't do that as a streamer. This is a 15-year content creator, guys.
Alright.
15-year content creator.
So hold on.
Oh my god. Scratch and sniff at the bottom of a pool. Who knew being toxic on the internet would be so much fun?
I'm trying to remember where I put the schedule.
He just said it! He just said it!
Okay.
There hasn't been a good Final Fantasy game since they steered away from the traditional JRPG format, which I know nobody likes. Very true.
The first major new game in March that's of note is Alone in the Dark on March 20th.
Ooh, Alone in the Dark.
Am I playing it? I don't know.
I don't know. Will I get paid for it?
Played a ton. Like a ton. All right?
I just
actually know
despise his cadence.
Exactly how it's going to pan out at all.
Pan out in his wallet.
It has David Harbour is like the major character of it, but it's a horror game. Horror games are usually something interesting in my forte, but I don't know if it's going to be any good.
I would rather watch Lieutenant Mal play a horror game than this clown.
Excuse me. And
gross.
Take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that? Those are the two big ones that I'm interested in for the month. There's also Princess Peach Showtime on the 22nd, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna have time for that at this point. I think I'm gonna be so busy with all the other games. So basically, once Final Fantasy comes out, it can be the major focus for 2 to 3 weeks.
Ugh.
Where we can play the heck out of it.
I guess I'll be on a Dark Side Phil sabbatical for 2 to 3 weeks.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. By the time that these other games come out, we will be way heavy into it. We will. Okay? So that's the good news, right? And I'm excited for that. I hope that we can get a big chunk into it, and then when the other games come out, we focus on those, right? And we try to finish up Final Fantasy VII, and that means then maybe we can start focusing more on Baldur's Gate as the RPG again. You know, we'll have to see how things go with these playthroughs. All right?
When he says this, he means how much money he's going to make doing it. This is code.
I am excited.
He always enunciates. Excited.
For everybody, okay? Cool.
Starting between March 5th and March 6th, I'll be taking a huge hiatus from WWE 2K Universe, as I'll be going to create my past 2K creative wrestlers on 2K24, so I can prepare for the debuting of WWE 2K24 Universe in mid-2024. Not only is Darkside Phil hitting us with the schedule, DeMonte's also letting us know, smartening us up.
Swap over and talk about Baldur's Gate 3 and my overall thoughts about it.
Wait a minute, I thought you were talking about it. I would rather watch Mal play Learn Microsoft Excel in silence than watch DSP. Mal could literally be doing her taxes and I would just enjoy it so much more.
I played like Divinity Original Sin 2. For the most part, I was dead on correct. The combat of Baldur's Gate 3 is incredibly similar to Divinity Original Sin 2. I mean,
And he hated Divinity Original Sin 2, by the way. He hated it.
Are there some differences?
Yes.
There are. I mean, notably those freaking die rolls or whatever, right?
He's like, I don't like this D&D game because they have the die rolls. It's the most essential part of the game. And he doesn't like it, of course.
Top-down, strategic movement, very slow turn-based.
He doesn't like it because he has to use his brain.
Kind of style, very slow-paced, a million factors involved at any moment that could make the game move faster or slower or... You know what I'm saying? It's very, very meticulous. In fact, I think that might be the best actual adjective to use.
Is that the correct?
Meticulous.
Meticulous? Okay. Is meticulous an adjective? Can we have
such a meticulous process.
Can we have someone smarter than me
Baldur's Gate 3.
confirm?
Because the game is huge, right? Each act has this giant map that you can explore, and even though at first glance the map doesn't look that big, every area of the game has content in it, whether it's a specific battle, whether it's like a puzzle,
Meticulous.
an area where you have to talk to everyone and make
Meticulous.
choices or whatever. It's all well designed and curated. In fact, that's the best
Curated.
Curated. There's no part of Baldur's Gate 3 that feels like, wow, this part's made just to be grindy. Grindy? There's no repetitiveness or grindiness.
Repetitive. God damn it! Why does he keep doing
In
this?
fact, every fight we've done.
Oh, that's
It's
nice.
all been unique. There's been some repeat enemies and things like that. But
Reasons why DSP dislikes Baldur's Gate 3. It's too long. It's too short. There's too many choices. There's too few choices. It's too much like D&D. It's not enough like D&D.
everything is
All
meant
facts.
and
Dancing
designed
is forbidden.
So if you played Witcher 3, right, and you said, wow, everything you do in Witcher 3 is meaningful, even the side quests have stories. I mean, yeah, that's literally this game to a T. This game
I don't know
has
much about this
so
person,
much
but
going
wow,
on.
he is boring. He doesn't actually say anything. He just repeats the name of games over and over. He doesn't even describe anything. He uses descriptive word but doesn't link them to anything. Coffee, I love this about
I don't think I
you
ever did that.
because
Remember I found that Necronomicon at the
I
beginning of the game?
introduced Deus
Like,
and Boneless
later. I never did. So
to
I just
the
got into
Vortex,
it
and now they are immersed.
Was I ever supposed
I watch
to?
this guy literally every day.
I don't know.
He is
You see?
insufferable.
But that's the thing, like, there's
And
so much
the cool thing on the internet to do is to live react and shit on
content
him.
in the game. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, there's something to do. An optional dungeon, an optional fight, a dialogue check.
There's an entire
Loot,
economy
explore,
of,
additional
there's an entire
quests,
community, I'm
things
sorry,
like
of
that,
people
right?
that do this, that clip his
I think
best
that's
parts.
definitely one of the best parts about the game is that
Oh,
they put
Jinx,
so much
owe me your
time
soul.
into the content of the game that it feels like a truly immersive world
Oops.
that is living and vibrant and has its own laws and rules and lore and everything like it's very
Yeah, just like
complex.
every other
It's like
RPG, idiot.
Everything kind of has a meaning to it, which is cool.
But-
so many RPGs don't do that. It's just a big open empty map. Run around, kill a bunch of generic enemies, gather a bunch of generic items.
What are you talking about? What game are you talking about
Right?
specifically?
So, for me, I really enjoy the fact that the game doesn't it doesn't feel like anything you've done in the game is a waste of your time because it all kind of leads somewhere. And at first you don't know that, so you're playing. You're like, geez, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of stuff I'm running into in this game. Every twist and turn I do, there's another thing over here. There's another thing over here. I played for 20 hours. I don't even feel like I have momentum yet, right? But that's because that's the way the game is. Now, some people might actually
For him, it is.
That's-
RPGs, check it out,
Right?
guys.
Because
I don't know if you've heard
in a
this or not,
game,
but
you wanna
role-playing
feel momentum,
games,
and if you don't have clear-cut
the whole
momentum,
purpose of the game is for you to fulfill the role. So like you get in what you put out. I mean, you get out what you put in.
Particularly when it comes to combat, the game does not explain a lot.
No, it does explain a lot, Phil. You do not pay attention. You do not pay attention.
Do a lot of research, all right, into how to play it, or you've played a similar style of game before. Now, the only one I've ever played is
Divinity.
Season
Yep.
2. So I have a little bit of prerequisite knowledge, but I've never played a D&D game. I never had one with dice rolls or anything like this.
I really
Literally,
like
the
game.
reason I
It's a very
understand
game.
is
I'm good at it, but other people beat me because of reasons that aren't my
If it weren't
fault.
for
To
my
summarize,
screen
I hate
interacting
game.
with the content of the game, I would be utterly lost. I would have been frustrated pretty much every other time I played.
So pretty much people watch DSP for him to flip shit on his audience. He treats his audience like shit.
Now, some people
And if he's hurting for cash, he will let you know about it.
From my perspective.
Oh, by the way, the big to do right now is that the internet is mad at him because he had a shit take on the Elden Ring DLC that just that was just announced. So now he's talking about it. Let's go. Let's go.
You understand that? Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, and even Sekiro to some extent. Those are not accessible games. Those are games that are really fucking hard. And though a lot of people always wanted to play them, they buy them and they fail and they never finish, right? It wasn't until Dark Souls 3 where basically it was dumbed down a
Well,
bit.
stop turning his internet off. I have the kill switch right
In
here.
Elden Ring, you can just do a fucking Ash summon or
This button right here kills his internet. This button over here turns on the vibrator.
There's ways around it in the future games. But the point I'm making is those games are masterpieces. They are. They are beautiful works of art. They are amazing gameplay. interesting lore, great world design, some of the best games I've played in my tenure as a YouTuber.
He's sucking off
And the
Baldur's
fact that
Gate 3
originally I
because the
hated it,
internet raked him over the
I didn't
coals
understand.
because he shit on
Once
the
you
Elden
got
Ring DLC.
basically give me a
Why does he
cool
look
tour.
like he
Remember
smells
the
like
time-
piss?
it was the second
Because
time ever I played
he's
Dark
a homebody.
Just
He
with
is
the
a
whole
hermit.
vibe.
He stays at home. He doesn't go outside into the outside world. And when he does,
Summon us and
he
we're
makes
gonna
a
guide you
huge
through the
to-do
game.
about it, and he tells his audience
You guys
about it.
guided me through the game and you taught me the mechanics.
Why do I feel
how
like
the
he's
world
also
works and
talked
all
about
this stuff.
accessibility
I was
has
like,
ruined
my eyes
gaming?
are open to
Who is
how
he
everything
anyways? This is the
I wanna
legendary
play
Dark
this game
Side
without
Phil.
knowing myself, which I did, and now I'm a giant fan of FromSoft games.
He's a 16-year content creator and a real piece of shit.
So, that being said, that's how I compare to Baldur's Gate 3 here, is that it's inaccessible at face level. You will have to spend countless hours
That's the
flooding,
point.
trying through trial and error to learn systems. Even I'll be honest, even a lot of the things in the game that do try to explain don't explain. it properly.
Hey,
Just try to
Mao
guess
in the
it.
ha.
I have a legendary weapon I found, which is Trident, and it says right on it.
Hello, Mao.
Trident.
Yes, we are here, and so are you. Let's throw Mao up on the board.
Effect attack.
You know,
You can
psych
throw
him.
this into a group of enemies
I'm
and hit them
saying
all
that,
with
like,
an explosion. That's the point of the
Think
Trident.
about it, like,
So yesterday I'm in
everybody's
combat.
10 to feet, whether we like it or
Standing there,
not.
all grouped, I throw right in the middle. It hits
Anybody's
the floor,
is on this
no
chat. Like,
explosion.
would y'all date someone that have fungus?
Chat says, oh,
Or
the Trident only works if you actually make contact with an enemy.
males
It doesn't
specifically,
work if you
males.
hit
All the
an
males are
object in
here.
the environment.
Would you date a female
Doesn't say that,
that
in the item
has
description. Doesn't say that anywhere in the
and
gameplay
fungus on
mechanics. You just
their
need to
feet?
know.
Would you?
And that's
All right, so we're posing the question to the audience.
Same thing with this
Would
game.
you date somebody that had fungus on their
We're
feet?
all into feet,
Great.
in a way.
But if you're someone who's a
I'm
gamer
not
who's
in the
just trying to
feet.
jump
My
into
feet are
the
disgusting, and
you're gonna be
I had a very hard time with my feet. Not the feet clip.
It's that kind of a game, all right? Now,
Would you date somebody who had fungus
if you
on their
accept
feet?
the fact
They can keep
that
their
you
socks
guide
on. I
over
keep my
here
socks
to
on.
Explain mechanics and answer your questions if you're confused, or you need
A 16-year-old female content creator. Hey, yo, nope, nope. A 16-year,
I think it's an incredibly enriching
41-year-old content creator.
immersive world. At the beginning,
Amateur
of December,
at everything
I
that he
knew
does.
Absolutely nothing about anything from D&D. And then playing it now, I know all about all these different creatures, these different races, the lore behind them. You know, I never knew what a mind flayer actually was.
What the fuck? How many Final Fantasy games have you played, Phil? Mind flayers.
But I never knew till I played this what exactly they were supposed to be, and now I know all about them, right? I know all about all these different races, the Gith, and these Tieflings, who I didn't know who they were. And this is the true immersiveness of a universe. Compared this game with Starfield, right?
Made of content. How is the pad treating you, pimp?
Nothing.
And I guess I'm off the market because my feet are nasty from 15 years of field technician work and 20 years of Dance Dance Revolution. My content is shit. There's a lot of poop sound effects. And don't you ever talk badly about your content ever again, because that is not true. I will not take that lie and slander.
There's some things I really want to praise about the game.
The more I use the pad, the more sensitive it gets.
So that way we get to the positives, all right? Complaint number one.
Always kind of complain about the game now. Here we go.
I understand the meticulousness is kind of part of the entire thing about the game that makes it stand out.
Get the fuck
It's
out of
so
here.
Complex and everything like that, but
Nah,
I don't
men can
want
get
to
away
make
with it.
30 minutes
Females
or
can't with feet.
in a game,
I was beating my
and it seems
scores.
like that's the best way to play this
Are you
game.
shooting at me?
Almost
What?
every scenario I can
Not
do,
one
right?
talks bad about
The
Mal,
thing is,
including
because the game is so
Mal. True.
complex and meticulous,
True.
Every fight, you might have a new ability. You might have a new factor, a new party member, a new enemy type you've never seen before with some status effect or something you don't understand.
I'm truly not a foot guy.
So
I
every
could.
time that
It
you
wouldn't
fail,
matter to me.
you know what
Again,
you're doing. Here it comes.
Marionette
You go into
says
the formula,
they
and
can
now
wear
you know what
socks.
you're doing again, and you got to do it very slow to try to figure out how to do it right. So there's very few times in this playthrough where I felt like I could just steamroll a fight. Now you might say that's a good thing.
No, it's
Well,
not a good thing.
for some people. But for someone who likes to relax when they play games, if every fight becomes ultra tense because at any moment something can happen you don't know, don't expect, or literally haven't seen before, it's an air of suspense, sure, but it's also tenseness. It's also stress, and it makes it.
Imagine getting stressed out from playing a video game.
Fun per se to do. Like a lot of RPGs, The point is to play enough that your characters level up. That now you
I got skin
shy,
color
and now when you go into combat,
pantyhose for the
you can do
costume.
shit
Plan
out of
on taking
everything, right?
pics.
Hey, I
Oh
put
my.
hours into this game, so my characters are
There are not. I cannot press this applause button enough. Listen to that.
Every fight could be different and challenging. Even though you can max your level, and the fight still.
I'm not into feet, but I've met girls with cute feet and some who have hooves.
That's a little different, and that's okay. I'm not saying that's bad. For me, that is a criticism.
Yeah, some people are in the feet, some people are into collarbones. I'm not one to judge.
And it's not constant second guessing, micro analyzing. This game is definitely like that. It's not very relaxing. Let me put it that way. The game is not relaxing. It's not. I don't think it's meant to be, but man, I do enjoy more relaxing RPGs, and this one is not that. Okay.
Collarbones. Yep. She knows. I'm going to
Also,
Pleasant Plaza.
The pacing. Pacing has issues. I think everyone's going to agree on this one. There's parts of the game.
I'm
where
a
it feels
eat
like
ass
it's
kind of
going
guy.
to plot,
Uh-oh.
But then you don't want to miss content. So then you end up going on a 30-hour diversion, doing
Snack.
millions of pieces of side content. And then you at one point you're like, what was the main plot? What was I doing? Is
Hold
it even
up.
the main plot at this point? Because I'm not sure.
That's what I
Because I was
expected.
presented with so much other things that are going on that also seem important. that
I don't
I'm
know.
not
I don't
sure
think
what
ass
was
is
the plot.
keto friendly, so I'm gonna stay away
Right?
from it.
And I'm not saying that the content's bad. I'm just saying there's so much of it that the pacing actually suffers, you know? And
Dark Side Phil,
it
the
is
master
weird
of pacing.
in that regard, that the game also doesn't do a good job of like directing you towards what's important. You just gotta kind of figure it out. Yes,
No, you
there's
don't have to
sequences
kind of figure it
map.
out. You have to pay attention to the game, you fucking idiot.
Excuse me. But every time you head towards a waypoint, there's another waypoint.
It's getting
There's
freaky
something
in
else
this
going on.
stream. I
Something
think
else
I
going on.
blame the
Whoa.
boneless one.
So you get pulled in a million directions. and
Setting
you
the
don't
standard
really know
yesterday,
what you
last
should be
night.
Focusing on. Like, if I were actually trying to hurry through this game, I would don't know how I would do it. I really don't. Like,
You could learn how to play the game.
I'd probably be so confused of what to do. And I will say this. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat right now.
Mute your mic,
I
dude.
will say this as well. Another major criticism of the game.
Get the fuck
is
out of my
that
lobby.
It's too long. And I know some people will be like, now
I get that complaint all the time.
game, you just said all the game's content is meaningful.
When you get caught up in the moment it
It's a
happens.
super immersive world, right?
It's not
If
like
it really
games are
is
his
so
job or
long,
anything.
Does that
True?
not mean value for your dollar? Does that not mean that's a good thing? If you paid the same amount of money for Baldur's Gate 3 as you did a game that's 1/4 as long, isn't that good? Well, objectively,
Objectively,
paper,
wow.
with absolutely
Objectively.
no point of reference, no frame of reference, no point of view.
Let's go kill this white woman.
Objectively, having more content is better than having less content. I really can't argue with you there. That's a
That isn't a word, man. He's
factual
smart.
argument, okay?
He's
Baldur's
using
Gate
100% of his
has an
brain.
amount of content in it for $70. All right. Now it might even be cheaper by now. I don't know how much it goes.
Oh,
for.
don't do it,
I don't
Phil.
think anyone's going to complain.
You got clapped
that
the
if you
last
drop
time you were talking about the price of video games.
on a game like this. That there's not enough. What a
He repeats how he
rip-off.
sucks at
What?
video
No,
games.
you're
Yeah, and
an
it's
asshole to say that.
and then he gets mad at us
It's
for
not a
saying,
rip-off. There's
"Hey
insane
Phil,
amounts of
you suck at
content.
video games."
But this is not a game for the faint of heart. This is not a game for a casual gamer. This is not a game for someone
I like to
who
keep it
only plays
casual.
games a couple times a week, right? This is a game where you have to immerse yourself in the universe. You have to constantly be playing it to remember the game mechanics.
Get
and
fucked, Super
everything going
Shredder,
on.
bitch.
Every time you level up, your entire way you play a character might change. And now you got to remember that, and you got to latch onto that. You got to know what's going on with these plot lines. There may be plot lines in the game that aren't discussed for dozens of hours, then they come back, and you have to remember what the hell they're talking about, right?
Bro, I play
If you're
Final
not
Fantasy 14. I can
constantly
remember
playing a game
how to say these
like
names
this, it's too hard to
and
immerse
follow
yourself
10
in.
years worth of
Like, I would
story.
argue you have to
Fuck
immerse
outta
yourself
here.
in the world of Baldur's Gate 3 if you actually want to have a good time with it. If you're playing it super slow and super casual, I actually don't think you can have a good time with this game at all. I think it's quite the contrary, actually, where
Ooh, sniper.
you will be lost and you will feel like
No, you'll be lost because you're an idiot.
confused, right? The fact that when I started playing Baldur's Gate 3, I waited until I knew I was going to have a large amount of time to focus on it was the right move. Because a lot of people ask me, why are you not playing?
Man, don't get chaff
at
jerking
launch?
yourself
It
off
actually
like
came out
that
at launch,
on cam.
on what was it? On PS, on PS5, right? It actually came out earlier. Yeah, it actually came out much earlier.
Yeah! Headshot, baby. It's probably a bot. I'll take it, though.
Hold on.
Looking at his phone again. You don't do that on stream, guys. Don't do that on stream.
Yeah.
God damn
if I
it.
played it much earlier, like September, I never would have been able to focus on this game at all. I would have been basically in a situation where I couldn't play it enough to really enjoy it, focus on it, immerse myself in it, and get good at it. You know what I mean? So, because of that,
Thank you, Jess. Very true, very true.
Where you could sit down and just focus on it. I couldn't imagine trying to play this game less than like 12 hours a week. Seriously, I wouldn't play 12 hours a week to really get into the
I'm jumping over the Call of Duty. Fortnite was pissing me off.
How many people can do that? Right? If you're playing it casually, I can't imagine liking this game. I'd be like, man, it's too much. Because if you play it casually, you'll never beat it. I mean, the game, I'm at 100 hours and we're just arriving at Baldur's Gate 3. People are saying you probably got another 30, 40 hours left if you really want to see all the content and finish the game. If you're
Leonardo DiCaprio with
the...
the...
play it 3 nights a week for 2 hours, 6 hours a week. So how many months are you going to play this game? Right? And again, this has to be your only game. Because you can't play other games.
He keeps projecting that like everybody's a streamer and everybody has schedules and like people just don't play video games like he does. His conveyor belt of video games.
A cutoff where it's like, how much is too much?
Oh Mal, if only you knew.
At what point does a game become so much stuff?
If only you knew.
That sadly, you're in a situation where it's not for a common person to just be able to jump in and enjoy it. Right?
I want to knock him out. Where's the emote, Mal?
It's been tough for me.
Where
I started
is it?
In December when I knew there weren't any game releases. I played it through January into February when there were game releases, but I continued to focus on it like that. And thankfully,
I can't find it, but I found this one.
I feel like
so I'm gonna
all
just drop that
investment
one.
is paying
There it
off.
is.
In Act 3, all this crazy stuff is happening, but now I'm out of time. I've been playing this.
This
game
guy
for
needs to
4
understand
times
that
a
everyone
week.
has a life outside
I'm out
of
time,
Twitch.
Man. I couldn't
True.
play it anymore. You know, as a variety streamer, right? I can only play a certain game a certain amount. Now you might say, well,
DSP versus Mal cage match. Sub goal win.
You're a full-time gamer, but you're a variety.
I got my money on Mal.
Everyone else should have a life, right? Everyone else has a job. They have a family. They have school. They have this shit going on. They can't just sit around playing Baldur's Gate 3 all day every fucking day.
You don't know
right?
that.
So if that's
Maybe
the case,
some
how the
people
fuck
are
do they get
homebodies.
through
Maybe
this
some
fast? They
people are
can't
sitting
unless
on
they
a
got
lot of
the
money.
So who's that?
Maybe
Who
somebody
is
really
sitting
likes
all
playing
day
that game.
on their ass, has infinite money, doesn't need to work, and can just play Baldur's Gate 3 for 2 months straight.
That's
I'd
him.
like to know who this is.
It's me.
Someone
I'm the
besides
guy.
Me, because how did you get to that point in life? How many lottos?
Hard work.
I mean, I just don't understand it. I'm a full-time gamer, and I could only.
I want to see Mal go full jersey on him.
You see?
Full jersey.
So again, the point.
Oh,
I'm
and
making
watch how
is
he sways. He sways on the
feel
X and Y
that
axis.
the game is so long that it's a detriment. A game like this,
Imagine him
perhaps,
complaining about a game being so
more
rich and
streamlined.
full and
But
robust,
that's
full of
my take.
content, that
You
he's
can always
complaining that
disagree,
it's
and
too
that's
much.
fine. My
It's
subjective
too much,
take is when I play
Daddy.
the game, I prefer that it gets more streamlined.
Final round.
I will get my reward for the insane amount of investment in it before I play 150 hours, right? And the other thing that needs to be said, and I won't know until I beat the game, hopefully with the amount that you are investing in the game, you get a good ending. Can you imagine investing over 100 hours into a game and the ending is terrible? I mean, there's been so many choices you make in this game. Hopefully they all factor into the ending you get, right? Now, outside of that, another thing, okay, is basically... Oh, I want to talk about a really positive thing
Never
about
too
the game
much.
that I really like. All right? I don't want to talk about this the entire podcast.
Oh, he
but
will,
here's
though.
A positive thing that I like about the game that I wish more RPGs would do, all right?
More
So
sex
I'm
with
100
bears.
hours into this game. So guess what level I'm at? Am I at level 50? Level 70? Level 99?
Level 16.
No. I'm at level
He
10.
mentioned me!
Level 10.
He mentioned
100
me!
Hours of gameplay.
I'm going to say
Average
that he
about
mentioned
10
me.
hours per level. Okay? And you might say, well, wait a minute. How does that, how does that factor in? Because in this game,
I clipped that
levels
shit.
are actually rewarding. Unlike in other RPGs where usually leveling is just an arbitrary thing. A little bit more HP, a little bit more MP. All your
I'm never going to stop making fun of this guy until I make him...
In this game, every level
I hope he watches
is
my
actually
content.
meaningful.
I love it when
Every
they
level.
watch.
Half the time when you level up, you're getting a whole new thing.
A whole... Hey,
To
yo.
do for your character. Maybe it's a new class ability. It's a new trait that they call, and it changes the way that you play. Wow, you went from level 2 to level 3 spells. Well, all the level 3 spells are different from level 2, and they're super powerful.
He's still
So now you
complaining.
can
Oh,
like,
yes.
attack an extra
This is
time,
his
or take
MO.
some kind of attack or whatever, and it's good. I hate the fact that most of the time when you're playing these RPGs, you got to get through like 5 levels before something meaningful happens. You got to go from level 20 to 25.
That's what he was
before
jerking
something
to,
happens
my
in the
show.
game. It makes it
Degradation
more
kick.
powerful.
I
It's
think
stupid.
there's actually some sort of
Why
like
do we need
embarrassment
more
kink thing
arbitrary
going
levels
on with the
between
chat
them?
in him.
Just make it
Because
one
they
level
keep
jump
coming
and that
back
level is meaningful.
after he
And that's what they
embarrasses
did. They
them.
streamlined
And there's
the
even a
leveling process,
Discord
but
link
they actually
or
made it
leak
feel like when you
of
level,
him
that's a
saying that
big-ass
he
reward for you.
likes
There's
the
been
idea of
times
people emailing him after they're
when I
banned,
was in the middle of like a dungeon or
asking
an area
to
and I
get
was semi-struggling,
unbanned.
then I
Like it's a
leveled up,
power
and
trip
all
type of
sudden, My
thing.
character is so much more powerful now that now I can just plow through and kick ass, and I like that about it. Give me that big reward for the amount of investment I'm doing in the game, and I feel like the leveling system is one of the best I've ever seen in any RPG.
The
I want
only
more
reason he's
RPGs to
doing
do
this
that.
is because
I'm
people
tired of
clowned him
just
on the
get a
internet
level
because he
and
shit
come
on
to
Elden
the
Ring
level,
DLC.
right? There's too many RPGs where you constantly just game
Positive side, Phil fucking
Elder
sucks.
Scrolls is guilty of
The only
it.
positive side of Phil I want to see is him getting COVID.
Great, what the fuck did that do for me? Nothing. Right?
That's all he cares about.
Improve my game.
If
right?
it's good for
So,
him. Gross.
I definitely like that about the game. And I will say this, 100 hours in, they did a very good job. Now that we're this far in, with character development, a lot of these characters have very much had evolving stories that developed over time. Some better than others. Like, I would say, if you take a look at the whole party, like Lae'zel, Shadowheart, you could argue Asterion, but basically there's like 3 or 4 parties.
Has anybody here
that have had
played Baldur's
really,
Gate
really
3?
good story arcs that are
I
coming
planned
to
on
fruition.
playing
I do
playing it
feel
with
there's
Pro
some
Locar,
characters
but
that are not as good,
life got in the
but I
way.
actually feel like Will and Gale just don't have great story arcs. They have stories, but they're just not that interesting or involved. Like Lae'zel completely evolves as a character over the course of the game. By the end of the game, she's changed as a person. That's what you want to see in a good narrative, right? Some of these characters, they're just like kind of really one-dimensional, and it's just one little thing they're following the whole game. But others just like way better, okay?
That's
But I
just like your
that.
opinion,
I want
man.
meaningful characters in my games, and I feel like they're doing
I got
a
your
good
meaningful
job with
characters
that.
swinging.
I'm curious to see how these character stories end.
Nope, didn't catch my attention.
Okay?
Not even the promise of potential relationships with a bear or a druid that can change into a bear.
The fact that you get in, at first I didn't care who it is.
Between having an ego made of sugar glass and the fact that he gets power topped by the IRS
Right
when
off within the first 20 hours, you have everyone. So
on
it's
the
like, now how
regs,
do
it's
I know
no
what happened,
wonder he
right?
gets off
Like,
on having people
well,
ask him for unbans.
eventually you'll get your
That's all he
interest
has.
invested
He
in
has
the
no
game.
power.
I do like
His
the
wife hates him.
vibes going with a lot of these characters.
And
That's a
thanks to
good thing.
Marionette, I now understand what a beard is.
So
Darkside
honestly,
Phil's wife is
my
totally
major
a beard.
complaints about the game are
What am I doing?
combat isn't as interesting as I felt it could be because it's too
But if they
complicated
lower the
and
price, I may get it.
I do feel like sadly, it's
Well,
too long. Too much of a
I mean, now that
the game.
remake, or I'm sorry,
I'll say
Rebirth
one
is
other
coming out,
complaint.
there's just
Now I'm
no
starting
way
to
I'm playing
notice
that
in the
game right
some
now.
lack of polish and issues. I'm definitely noticing that. Like now we're in Act 3, we're seeing some bugs and things happen. Some
Oh
weird
my
things
god.
happen.
100-hour game, and he's like, ah, it has bugs in it. Fuck off.
This daunting of a game with this much content in it, right? That essentially you're looking at a situation where, yeah, this is crazy that there's this much investment in it, and they're gonna have flaws at the end. You can't have a game with this much content that's not gonna start to break down. I've actually heard Act 3 was way
Act
worse
3, get it?
at the beginning of the game, and a lot of people said yes, the entire game breaks
Oh my
down.
god, I'm
Act
scared of
3
heights.
is
I'm not even
mess.
gonna lie.
But now people are saying they've patched it a lot and it's a lot more solid, so that's a good thing, obviously.
Boom.
So there you go. But
So there you
there's
go.
a lot of positives about the game too. Like I
Beard,
said,
yes.
I wouldn't be
Marionette, are you still here with us?
hours of my stream time
I think you would be able
last 2 months
to
if I didn't feel like it was worthy.
explain it better than
A lot
me.
of great moments we've had with this game.
Yeah, I didn't know what a beard was
That are
either.
coming out of it.
until Marionette smartened me up. I've been learning a lot of stuff ever since Marionette's come through. So big shout out to her. Because I'm fucking dumb as shit. Like, I'm not even gonna front. Mal knows.
You enjoy my raid.
Oh my god, I gotta run.
But you also like the fact that I'm really enjoying the story elements and making interesting choices. A lot of people have even said, "Wow, your
speak for yourself."
Different than mine because you made different choices, and we like that, right? So that's cool.
These phantom people that don't exist.
But honestly, I'll tell
categories.
you, I'm shocked because here's the thing: when you think about all the other games out there,
I have ideas, but no idea on the term.
Fortnite,
Smarten us up, please, Marionette. I feel like I've become more smarter because of her.
That are very popular, all the rage right now. Call of Duty, Madden,
That's what I'm playing right now.
or FIFA, which I don't think FIFA anymore, but you know what I mean, like those yearly sports games that were always a huge hit, right? When you
Mao is not a beard. Gay men who are closeted get a partner of the opposite gender to portray themselves as straight.
Games, right?
So that would make
mainstream
Cat
game.
the beard.
You have to understand that. So for a game like this,
And then the male equivalent would
to
be a
somehow
purse.
have broken through that wall
Oh my god.
of what's popular and hit the mainstream and become a game that everyone knows and freaking everyone played and or at least bought, probably didn't finish, but are playing.
Classes with Deus. Yep. She can do the Keistis. She can do the Keistis role.
But also among common gamers.
Is that how
That
you
is
would pronounce a Keistis
But again,
from Final Fantasy
I
VIII?
have to ask questions such as, did it really win it on
Teacher
its
with a
own merit
whip.
being an outstanding game? Thankfully it is, right?
It's the only way we'll learn and retain information.
Like all you saw in the media when the game came out was, are you aware that you can make love to every single person in camp? And
Hell
you
yeah.
know that there's
I'm gonna be
kissing
slutty as fuck in that
animations
game.
and You could have genitalia animations and things. It's like, what?
He doesn't
Why
like
are we talking
anything
about
sexual whatsoever.
That's-
He would not jive
Is
well
that the
with
core
this
of the
stream.
game, right? Is it Baldur's Boner 3 or is it? So why does that have to become the focus that everyone talks about when?
Because we're
when
all
we talk about
horn
the game
dogs,
instead of
idiot.
the actual good things about the game. There's great things about the game. I would say that relationship shit is the least one out of all of them.
He is so repelled by the
Feature in
idea
here if you
of
want it,
relationships.
great.
It's so
Enjoy
funny
it.
to me.
But that's not even what the focus of the game is. So why did that become the public discourse? Why is the public discourse so fucking immature about these games? Seriously, like right now, Final Fantasy
Get off
VII
your high horse.
Rebirth has tons of great stuff about it, amazing things.
Yeah,
It's
did you
the
see
number one
Tifa
thing
in
about
her
it on
bathing
there.
suit,
Oh, when
bruh?
they get to Costa del Sol and everyone's wearing a swimsuit.
Yes!
Look how hot literally every party member is. And not just the girls, the guys, oh, they're so hot, they're ripped in their fucking Speedos, underwear. It's like, that's like a moment in the game meant for fan service. That's not the game. Why does that what people talk about? Right?
Because
Why
you
does
want
it become
people
the
talking
discourse
about your
the
game,
You know what I
idiot.
wanna hear about?
The
All
business
things about
degree
Final Fantasy VII
on this
Rebirth are
guy.
good. Not you posted that for fucking 400,000 reposts on fucking social media.
See, that's what
You know
he's
I mean?
pissed off about. He's pissed off that people be posting horny on main and making more views than him.
And I will say this about Baldur's Gate 3. I have to wonder, would this game have sold as well as it did if it didn't have all that, right? You compare that also to a game like Cyberpunk. When Cyberpunk 2077...
Yo, Judy,
Sticky
Cyberpunk.
dog shit when it originally
I think the main motivation for me playing that game is to see if I could romance Judy.
This sex and that sex and sex.
Only to
It's
find
like,
out
it's not
that
sex.
she is
It's
not into
a
guys.
fucking rated X porno game. So why
Porno
is that what
game.
everyone talks about?
He
If
thinks
you
it's
really-
Leisure Suit Larry.
humanity that
How
we
dare he
still
talk about
rate
Cyber?
ourselves
Oh,
at
Mal.
that level.
If you didn't have any reasons to hate this guy
I mean, is it
before,
in the game? Okay.
allow me
Is that
to
all we have to talk about? No.
fill you
That's what
in
happens.
on the fact
People
that
just can't
Phil
control
hates
their brain cells
Cyberpunk.
for some
He
goddamn reason.
hates it.
This game is great on its own merits.
Yep,
It
and I
doesn't
knew
need
she
that.
wasn't into
The fact
guys.
that
Yep,
it's
and
in
she
there
just
as an extra.
Mal just
But
let
my
me
God, I
flap in
wonder
the
how
wind.
people ran out like horn dogs and bought the game because they heard this,
Mm.
right? You gotta wonder. You
Dude acts like
wonder.
he's
I wonder if they did like a
too
poll,
chastised for digital
like an
boobs.
actual poll of people who.
But he got
Baldur's
caught
Gate 3.
flogging the hog on cam. He sure
All the
did.
people who bought it, how many people actually would
sure
say, yes,
did.
that was a factor in my decision to buy the game because it had that content, right? I wonder. For me, zero, but I still really like the game.
He's
right?
never.
So you gotta wonder
He's like so
what the
repellent
mindset of people is,
to
right?
this shit. It's incredible.
Anyway, yes, I know it's a part of nature and all that. I have to call it out because this game has that stuff. A lot of games don't, right? This game does.
He probably
You
has
gotta
never
wonder if people actually thought that was a
emancipated
factor in
the
this buying
relationship.
game.
What is the word?
And-
Mal? Deus? Someone
So,
help me.
My thoughts about Baldur's Gate 3, 100 hours. It's a great game.
Constipated?
I
Consummated.
understand it is an anomaly.
Consummated is the
How
word.
often
Thank
do
you.
Get an RPG with this much content, all in the base.
He probably
game,
didn't even
in
consummate the
base
marriage.
Game. This isn't
Constipated.
Baldur's Gate 3 plus several DLCs and expansions. This is Baldur's Gate 3 base game. Has this much content in it.
Oh
right?
boy.
But I will say there are things about it I wish were better. Or
I'm
different.
crying.
Maybe it's just my
I was crying when I was
Personally, I like
constipated.
some things better. I would have preferred it to be
I've never been married, so I can't say I
The game is bad
constipated a
anyway. I don't see
marriage.
the world as black and white just because there's something I don't particularly love about the game.
Who the
doesn't
heck
mean it's bad.
says consummated?
It means I don't particularly
I
like
think
it.
Triple H said it in a promo once when he was talking
That
about
being
marrying
said, yeah.
Stephanie
I
McMahon.
feel
Just say have intercourse.
like
I just say fuck. Oh my god, I'm
the
gonna
game is
die.
Great, but I do have some criticisms of it, and I think that's fair. Now, a lot of people have said, would I have made this my game of the year
Or fuck,
for
yeah.
2023 if I actually had played the entirety of the game in 2023? First of all, I still can't answer that question. I'm 100 hours into a game that's going to be like 130 or 40 hours by the time I beat it. Until I actually see the ending, I can't give.
Watch the ending be him having sex with all of the characters.
That could completely skew my take on the game. Because a lot of
Get
people like
pegged
to
or
say,
got pegged.
Oh, it's not the end. I will agree to some
That's another word.
But man, that's a cop-out.
We're learning. Every day is a school day.
Writers who just don't know how to write.
When
Because
teacher
these
Marionette
today,
is
where they have good plot ideas, and it's not just games. This happens with TV shows. This
I'm
happens
learning
with
a lot
movies.
today.
It's sad. You have to have a good ending to a saga for people to invest all that time into it. I really hope the ending of this game is good. Really. If the game is one of the best endings I've ever seen, then maybe it would be one of my favorite games of all time.
It won't
If the
be.
ending is just meh, then it's a good game. But
Cantinated?
not groundbreaking, blow my mind game, right? If the ending sucks, I might hate it. You know,
He will hate it, no matter what.
Determining factor.
the ending
That's
is he has
why
an orgy with all
I
of the
don't
other
want to make
characters
determinations.
in the
Now, I'll tell you
game
this, as of now,
to completion.
I still like
Connected
Alan
in a
Wake
chain
2.
or
I think
series.
the plot of Alan Wake 2
Cantinated
and some of the
molecules.
unique mechanics of that game
I see.
made it feel like an insanely unique
Or
experience. Not to say
copacetic.
that this game isn't too, but right now, I would say, yes, I did like Alan Wake 2 more. But my opinion
Or
could change
Faller.
by the time I beat the game. Because the question
Faller.
is, now when will I beat it? Because again, I'm not someone
Oh,
who can
trust
sit
me, we've
around for
seen
2
him
months
beat
playing
it.
one video game. Don't have that luxury. So who knows?
Oh, it's
happen
Espanol.
in this
To
ending?
experience
I have no
sexual
clue,
pleasure.
right?
Get off. Faller.
I go anyway. We might not see it for 3
I'm
more
gonna use that
months,
word everything.
right? Literally,
I'm gonna use that
we
word
might
in
play this
everything
game
now.
once a week.
Faller.
So you
Faller.
figure 3
Faller.
hours a month,
Should I
that's
roll
what,
my
2 hours a
R's?
month? So 3 more.
How would you say it
months.
phonetically?
So you know, March, April. I'll beat it at the end of May, right? We'll finally see the fucking ending. When it's that drawn out, does anyone even care? That's the sad fact about a game like this too. Is when you have a
Oh
game
my
like
God,
that
he's still
that's that
talking about
long,
it.
A lot of people will just never finish it, and that's sad because the game's good, right? You want people to see the ending of their big endeavor, this giant masterpiece game you made. But when you make it that daunting to get to the finish
Faller
line, a
means
lot of
fuck.
people
You're
will
saying it
never
wrong.
make it.
Say
Like, what if
falar
it's a
as you're
season-long
saying
marathon?
fojar.
People just give
Like
up
faux and
halfway
jar
through.
as in jar.
Right,
Thank
what are
you.
gonna do?
Faux
Even if it's an
jar.
amazing marathon.
Faux
with the
jar.
best running conditions and
Faux
whatever,
jar.
you still might not make it. You know. So,
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
man, I don't know. Overall, I'm not exactly sure how to feel.
Oh
The
my
game yet,
God, it's
but I
been
do
an
like it a
hour and
lot.
this
I'm
guy
having
is still
fun
going about the
with it.
fucking
Obviously, I
game.
love streaming this game with you
Faux
guys.
jar.
The games you give me,
Faux
the fun
jar.
that we've had has
Thank
been
you,
pretty
Mal.
outstanding.
I'm gonna shoehorn that into every conversation we have
I
now.
guess we'll see continuing forward. Will people still keep coming for the game if I'm only playing it once a week because I'm focusing on Final Fantasy and then other games? I hope so. I want to see the end. After 100 hours, I do not want to basically give up on the game.
For yeah.
I want to see the
For yeah.
conclusion. But man, it's going to be hard to get there. It's so goddamn
For yeah.
long.
For yeah.
You know? I
For
guess
yeah.
we'll find out.
No, for jar like you said it, but don't say it too, but of the ah in the word.
Okay. So, Baldur's
I
Gate 3,
looked it up on
thumbs
Google.
up,
For yeah.
the end, and
For
see what
yeah.
happens, and then I'll give you my full
For
perspective
yeah.
once I've beaten it.
I'm gonna just send you a
In
recording
like
of
2
it.
months, I
Ooh.
guess. I don't know. Okay, time for shout-outs.
For yeah.
We've already talked about that so long that we need to get to shout-outs. Thank you, Quiet Sparrow, for a membership this morning. I believe that is a legit first-time membership, so thank you for that. Brendan, Thank you for re-upping your membership for a second month. Dekaze did a super chat and says, do you have any kind of a public mailing address that you check? Because I'd love to share something with you. No. And I've already said this out many times publicly. Please do not send me stuff.
Foja.
in the mail, without running
Thank
it
you,
by
Mal.
me first, to get permission to do so. Because sadly, I hate to say it, I just get too much harassment in life in general. Not just on the internet,
Foja. $20 for learning how to say the word.
And there have been people
You must have a really old audience.
You know, I hate to say it, there's some people out there who have really
$20
nasty,
you're a
bad,
cheap
harmful
date?
intentions. So now if I get something in the mail and I don't know what it is, and I don't recognize it, it goes right in the trash. And I guarantee there's been people who sent me stuff
New one
that
for
was
you.
legit, but they didn't tell me up front, and I have to throw
Obsessively.
it out.
It means
I have to
presumably,
say it
as in
to them
DSP has
because of the fucked up stuff
ostensibly
that's happened. So,
seen his real
no, I
female
don't
wife
accept
naked.
stuff
Oh my.
being mailed
Oh
to
my.
me, or stuff like that. If you're interested in possibly reaching out to me for something that you want to mail, contact me via email. Let's talk it out. Let's see what it is. Let's see if it's something that I want or I'm interested in, and I'll let you know ahead of time. But do not just send stuff. It goes right in the trash. Someone says, what if it's money? It might have happened.
Ostensibly. Ostensibly. Yes.
I do not open
I have a friend, like a lifetime long friend who I've known since high school. She used to be with us in backyard wrestling. And
okay.
she is like a huge grammar and enunciation style type of person. And I always love using the wrong words. Like I'll say like
$15 tip from Rocky. He says, happy Saturday. I'm excited.
I'll say words that obviously don't mean what they're supposed to be, and she'll get so mad. It's funny.
I appreciate that.
Ostensibly.
And for the record,
Where was the word?
after having
Cadence?
a conversation with Rocky, I did unban him from the channel.
Abstain.
I just don't see him talking this morning. Maybe
Oh
he's
my.
not talk, but yeah, he did get unbanned because he didn't actually do anything.
That would be me too.
Wrong. It's just that basically he had said something that was suspect, and you know, moderators kind of jumped on it.
Oh, let's have ourselves a drink.
Good. I received
Excuse me.
$3.72 tip. I watch other streams. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. Your streams are stuck in 2012. You should start making scenes in OBS. Even Boomer Jim has upgrades. I don't know who Boomer Jim is. You mean scenes, you mean like this. You mean like this. You mean like this. And like, you know, I remove this and you can see this. You need scenes in OBS like I use every single day. No. The one thing that people nitpick about is that when I transition to say over here and I'm going to do gameplay, oh no, my camera's the wrong size. Now I have to manually resize it.
Oh my god, you make the camera its own scene and then you import the scene into the source, idiot. Is this your first day on the internet? Okay.
And the webcam cannot do 2 resolutions at the same time. So when I switch scenes, it's stuck at the 1080p resolution. Then I have to set the new resolution and resize it. There's no actual way.
This guy is just so bad at everything that he does. No matter what he
at the
does.
same time. Okay? That's what you're seeing. That's literally it. Everything else is set up. And the thing is,
I have scenes.
Why don't you have scenes for each game? You don't need it. You don't need a scene for each game. It's the same exact layout that I use for...
I have a scene for every game that I play. Like, majorly. Outside of Call of Duty, Fortnite, but like big games like Final Fantasy, I'll have an entire set and sound effects and all of that shit.
Yeah. What the hell are you talking about? I don't know where people get these conceptions, except they watch trolls, and the trolls make fun. Oh, look, he's resizing his camera. What is he, in 2012? It's like, yeah.
You see, and also, by the way, the way he does that type of mocking thing, most of his audience are regarded.
Something else, loser.
And so when he says and acts like that, he's literally making fun of his audience.
Wow, that's a fucking loser. Literally criticizing something that's dumb as shit. It makes no sense.
Somebody paid him money for a super chat, and now he's going off on a tangent. I love it.
But again, you know, pile on.
You have that pad thing, right? The one where you press buttons on and it does the sound effects on stream. Yep, Stream Deck right here.
Dancing is forbidden.
Okay, continuing on. I received a $2.50 tip.
Ooh. From 1 Minute Man.
I never spent as long as you do on any fight.
I have a
during
scene
my
for every
playthrough.
game. I need to
Even
get
the
one.
Final fight I play on hard. That's your problem. No, that's a I've never played this style of game before problem. Don't tell me that this is.
Yeah, it is great. I use it. I literally have buttons for everything. I have a button to switch scenes. So for an example, all right, we don't have to do all that. I just press a button and then go into the scenes.
Let's see here.
I have buttons
I
for
received a $25 tip
from 1 Minute Man.
from 1 Minute Man.
Yep.
He says, Baldur's Gate 3 is not meant to be a paint-by-numbers game. It gives you a chance to act out your personality. There's cool.
Some people say that 1 Minute Man is actually Phil priming the tip jar.
You can exchange
Some are saying that it's his
and you could
parents.
be like a halfway expert. You're playing it almost in a vacuum. That's absolutely correct. If you think
BM2K, teach me how to soundboard. I have the big stream deck unused. What? Brother, my brother in Christ. The random SFX button is worth the price of admission alone.
By no means do I need to rush through.
I have random sound effect buttons for game overs, for stage clears.
At all. And I understand what you're saying, that it's all you don't have to do that. Yeah, but that's like saying
I have a random sound effect button for third strike announcers, for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 announcers,
But you didn't really play Super Mario.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang,
You skipped the whole game. Right? When I play a game, I'm trying to judge it at face
and then the X-Files.
for a person who wants to just play it, experience it, and understand it.
I have a button to shout people out.
Paid for, right?
I will gladly show you how to do it,
Skip everything.
because you've been always so patient with me.
I have the right to say that the game is
With
too long.
Stepmania.
If I do feel like the game is too long, and I do feel like
Jeez.
that's my personal subjective take, not objective. Everyone will have a different opinion about that. Some might disagree.
Class, is there a difference between
It
subjective
says,
and objective?
"You missed Orin at least
And
twice
is
because
Phil
of the
using the
choices
right
you made." All right, and that's
definition?
because I think Orin is just supposed to be there. as
Oh,
a
I was stopping by into Boneless's stream, and Urin was on the screen, interestingly enough.
To the plot, they're just kind of like, whoa, surprising things that happen, right? So I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Ahem.
Okay.
Subjective is an opinion, objective is
Cool.
fact. Thank you. Dead air.
All right. So now we have a little bit of extra time, just a little bit. So I'll open up the chat to Q&A if you guys want to chat a little bit. And see
Who
what you
wants to
want
talk to
about.
him? All he does is insult his
Look,
audience.
Says everyone's experience with the game will be different for each person. I mean, I believe that. My experience having an interactive live audience who've engaged with me and helped me to, you know, explore and understand.
And hold
stuff
his
is very
hand.
different from someone who's doing it
Oh,
with
shit.
no help
I had tunnel
whatsoever,
vision right there.
Which is also going to be very different for someone who's sitting there with an online guide playing it. Everyone's going to have a different experience with the game. Sure. Anso Kumaru says, why'd you skip 90% of side quests in Final Fantasy 16 that enhanced the story, lore, and characters? Because it did. I did some of the side content. It was some of the most boring side content I'd ever seen in any
All right,
game.
I'm gonna agree with him on that. Side content in Final Fantasy 16 was not very good.
You did a major story element. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Keep that momentum going. No, the game now forces you to do
It doesn't
7 hours
force
of
you.
boredom. That's incredibly boring and tedious and actually doesn't advance the plot at all. Then do you really feel
It actually does. You kind of get to know your characters, like Mid
the
and
main plot. Then on top of that,
Otto
the
and all
side
them.
quests I tried to do were fucking boring as dirt.
They were.
Bring someone a piece of food. Like, what was it? A piece of fucking bread or something like that? Or go find someone's necklace in a field. What the fuck am I? What am I playing? It's 2020.
It's an RPG.
They thought was good content for a fucking RPG. They're idiots. It's some of the worst design stuff I've ever seen.
I will not take this
So after-
Yoshi
it
P
wasn't just me,
slander.
The whole chat was making fun of how bad the game was in that regard.
Okay, so if the chat
Maybe
jumped off a bridge, would you do it
5,000
too?
Meaningless side quests. There was 1 or 2 that were good. Too fucking bad. They should have marked those out so you know what to do then, right? And not waste your time. Now, there were side quests that were marked that if you did
Gross.
them, you would earn upgrades. And I did all of those. If you didn't notice.
Only if they paid him
any of
enough.
them that were
Yep,
marked
and that
up
is a
special
direct
upgrades,
correlation,
I
if that's the
did.
correct
Some
word.
Of them were interesting. Like some
If
of
he
them
got
had
paid to
extra
play
boss
that
fights.
game, he would be
And
playing all of the side
were
quests because he
trash.
would want
Just
to
do
stretch
boring
out the
grind shit,
game.
get your upgrade, right? I didn't make the
Just
game.
the idea of Phil
Your
stretching anything
criticism
out is
of
enough
that
to
is
make
a
me want to
criticism of
ick.
the game, not a criticism of me, the
Run.
gamer. Nothing like Just go kill generic enemies. Go fucking find me a necklace that someone dropped in a field.
A pearl necklace.
Go hand someone a piece of bread. What are you, fucking idiot? Like, what the fuck is this? It's not, it's all has their own plots, own unique stuff. It's different. This is, like I said, similar to Witcher 3, where all the content seems meaningful. In Final Fantasy 16, if you have to wade through 20 pieces of shit to find one piece of gold, this gold can stay under the pile of shit. That's
He always
fine.
equates things to shit.
Face first into shit to find something good to
He
do.
has a scat fetish. There is no getting around it. I think he has a
That's why I
scat
don't waste
fetish.
my time on that.
And we don't kink shame, but number 1 and number 2 can stay in
Okay.
the
Continuing on.
in the restroom. Leave it at that.
I received a $6 tip.
Who pays this guy money? $6. This pisses me off.
All right, with that tip, indeed, I do believe we have hit the tier 1 tips goal.
Boo. Imagine this guy sitting there and sucking off Baldur's Gate 3 for an hour and a half and getting paid for it. Fuck this guy so much, man. I hate him.
Actually, this should be 51, right? I was off by $1 there, I think.
All that money's going to go to WWE
45,
champions, you
46. No, I don't
idiots.
remember. But, yes. So, thank you, Rocky.
Yeah, you sucker. Idiot. More dead air. The hell is he doing? Oh. Oh, that reminds me. You know, I'm not so much self-conscious anymore about these guys right here.
Let's continue. I received a $1.50 tip.
Some people actually enjoy it, and that actually
Me and my fiance.
that's something that I carry with me as I'm doing
Freedom
this.
to do so in Baldur's Gate 3. Normally, there's so many limits in other games. Did I read that wrong, or was that typed wrong? I don't know. Do we buy the game for that content? No, but the freedom in Baldur's Gate 3 isn't like any recent RPG. There you go. And that's fine. If it's there, you're happy to enjoy it, and if that floats your boat, go for it. I don't have any problem with that at all. I'm glad that you enjoyed that content.
But
Okay. Someone tipped me $2.50, says, I was banned a month ago for asking if you're going to play Baldur's Gate 3. Is there a way I can get unbanned?
email.
Number one, no one would have banned you for asking if I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh my god, hard cut to when he banned somebody for asking him to play Baldur's Gate 3. Hard cut that.
At a time when everyone kept spam requesting I play it, and I said, relax, I'm probably going to
And
eventually...
imagine paying him money in order for the opportunity to keep paying him.
I don't know this
Fuck that.
Um,
That's why they call his audience
you wanna be banned, you
dense.
gotta email me at darkside4@gmail.com.
That's why they call him dense.
And you give me your information. Like, say, hey, my name is so-and-so. You have to send me the URL to your YouTube channel.
Hey.
URL, and here's, the situation. And I'll see if I can unban you. Okay?
I called you a mouth-drooling idiot in chat, and then you banned me.
From Pizza Box Gaming. We should finish Baldur's Gate 3. We're in Act 3. Well, we are going to finish it. We're just not going to rush to finish it. Other new games take priority. I'm sorry.
Play Baldur's Gate 3, banned. Then he plays Baldur's Gate 3. That is his
I
MO.
put in so much time and effort into this game.
Thank you, Jess.
I couldn't have possibly done more without really concretely hurting things around me. Like, if you are not aware, so here's the deal. When I stream Baldur's Gate 3, I get a lot of tips. It's true. Every single Baldur's Gate stream, we get the tier 2 tips called. I think it's every stream has happened.
Yep.
However,
$100.
attendance is down. The videos don't get views on YouTube. They don't. They rarely even reach...
Man, fuck you, motherfucker. He gets a couple hundred per video. I would love to get his type of numbers. You should be grateful for what you have, not for what you're not having.
Tekken
Idiot.
does better. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth does better.
Here we go. The financial audit.
So, when I'm playing this as the mainstream, it's great that people are coming out.
Same, Marionette.
But
I just
I'm
want to
getting
fly to
nothing else in the
Renton
back end. It's if I'm not
and then,
watching
like,
videos.
shake
No one's really
him.
caring or
I want to
watching.
give him sudden infant
Maybe
death
that'll change
syndrome.
over time. Maybe people are following along the playthrough at their own pace, and they don't have 100 hours to dedicate to watching
In
the
Minecraft,
playthrough,
of
so maybe
course.
it'll pan out in the long run. More people will watch it. I hope so. But the viewers outright saying, "Hey, this is too long. We've lost interest a long time ago. But I'm happy and lucky to have a dedicated viewing base on the streams who want to see it continue and keep
A dented audience.
different. So that's a good thing, you know, but we've got to move on. The viewers want something else. They're tired of the same old games. I've been playing Baldur's Gate for over 2 months now. They want something else, man.
Now he's chewing on his thumb on camera. Gross.
Okay.
More dead air.
All right. Any last questions or concerns or anything, guys?
Ugh. Put me out of my misery. All he's doing is staring at the chat.
I'm reading so many random things, but I don't know if I want to address any of these. I don't want to talk about Gollum. I don't want to talk about Modern Warfare 3 devs being incompetent.
What an asshole, dude. If any one of you guys or gals come through trying to have a conversation with me, I will engage. No matter what it is about. As long as it ain't about like lolly and shit, then we'll leave that alone.
I just arrived at Room Rock Fortress where the stream starts today, talking about in Baldur's Gate.
And in fact, we excommunicated someone from the streams because they were a enjoyer of that. So we politely asked him to get the fuck out of the lobby. Don't need that kind of shit.
I missed stuff. Like, oh, there was stuff down on the beach. I was like, I was on the beach. Did I not walk around the beach down there and look? But apparently there may have been 1 or 2 things I missed down there on the beach. I don't know how meaningful they were. But
my favorite topic is the treks between your thighs because it eats small. Oh my god. Gotta leave them kids alone. Leave it alone. You see, his podcast is so boring, even he is yawning.
Dark Gaming says you did miss some stuff. It doesn't really matter. None of it is really side quest relevant.
Hey, look at this guy. He's just relaxing. Oh my.
Dragon's Dogma 1. See, she did, but she tried to play it so late into its life cycle that, like, if you play Dragon's Dogma 1 today, it's very outdated. The graphics aren't very good. You know, the mechanics, when it was new, it was almost groundbreaking. Like, wow, what is this?
Almost.
Today, if you play it, it just doesn't feel so good.
You got the weird glasses on. I want to get those. Those are gunner glasses. They're supposed to kill all like blue light from the screen. It's supposed to be good for your eyes. I think it's a gimmick, but I would love to have a pair just to see if it actually does work. I do, and I should play games with glasses on. I just forgot to put them on today. And now I'm wearing it now. Get the fuck out of my lobby.
Carter Jackson's well done keeping Baldur's Gate 3 interesting for the viewers. Yeah, I've done my best to
my prescription glasses have the blue light blockers. Something about a girl in glasses. Something about it.
It's an ultimate test of patience. Like, wow, more than most games I play, you know.
I should get a new pair of glasses. These are Walmart prescriptions.
Too long. Would you prefer it to be like Tears of the Kingdom, where you can skip 50% of the content? See, here's the difference. Baldur's Gate 3 is
He did
better
not
than
like the Zelda games because
1
you
million
literally had to use your
better
brain
than
in
Tears
order
of the
to
Kingdom.
fix puzzles.
Why?
He would not like
Because the
Tormented
content
Souls
in the game that
actually.
makes it so long is still meaningful content. It's still
During
meaningful
Mal's stream, we
to
were
it.
playing
In Tears of the Kingdom,
Tormented
you can skip
Souls, and
50%
we had
of
to
the
use our
content and still
brain.
get everything out of the game you need for it to be good. So, I think this game is better than Tears of the Kingdom by far. 100%.
Yeah, because he got roasted on
This game
TikTok for not knowing how to play the game.
Made my top 10 best games of 2023 list. I just don't know where it would have been in there. It would have beaten Tears of the Kingdom for sure. That game was the ultimate example of bloat. Too much
Bloat.
content, not meaningful whatsoever. I mean,
No, the game meant you could do whatever you wanted in that game. Oh my god, why am I defending Zelda to this guy?
Zelda bosses. Why is it in there? You literally never have to fight it. There's no point. It doesn't even do anything if you kill it. Like, why is it in there? Right? You might as well have fucking space aliens in there too. Why are they there? I don't know. Have nothing to do with the plot. No reason to fight them. Just fucking toss anything in there, right? Might have fucking Mario versus Link. Have him running through the world and you have to fight him. Who cares?
They have that. It's called
Have nothing to do
Smash.
with the game. Why the fuck is it in there? And that's a lot of Zelda. That's a lot of Tears of the Kingdom right there.
He doesn't smash. He does not.
Why would I not want stuff to do? Because I want meaningful things to do. That's like,
Yeah,
say,
not unlike sex. That's
sitting in
not
an
very
empty room
meaningful
with
at
nothing
all.
to do.
He doesn't want to do that.
and you're bored. So, instead of giving you something fun or meaningful, someone hands you, I don't know, a piece of wood and says, here's a butter knife. Whittle the wood with the butter knife. Wow, well, this is
What?
so much more fun than just sitting here. Because at least I have
His
something to do. It's
logic
still not
jumps
fun
and
or
like
meaningful or
comparisons are
anything,
like
it's just you're fucking wasting
of
time.
legend.
There's a difference between
He always does a
meaningful time
sandwich shop
and
analogy.
that's meaningful. You
Meaningful.
want meaningful content. Why
He's
would
always
you
about the
content
meaningful.
that's boring? Or superfluous to anything meaningful.
Superfluous. Is he
right?
using this word correctly? Class? Class? Mao is exactly expressing what all of us feel right now.
That, you know, that is neat, and I will say that, Lady Charisma, because she says you have to also remember.
Slam a
Baldur's
table
Gate
on him. I'm gonna put him.
is
I'm gonna put his ass
co-op
through a
that changes
table, a
experience.
flaming
That's
table.
pretty freaking cool. I never have experienced a co-op RPG before. So
Yeah, he
having
doesn't have friends to play co-op
control the
anything
party
with.
member and play the
He won't even
video
play
game.
co-op
Or
games with his
dialogue
wife,
too, correct?
his mom. I mean
That would be
wife.
a pretty neat experience, like as actually really playing D&D, and every person is a character. That could be really neat for sure. I've never done that or seen that before or experienced it. I'm playing it as a single-player game, and that probably is a different experience than those playing it with others, right?
Yes. I'm doing pretty good right now, guys. Not gonna lie. I wanna run. Wanna roll. Whoops.
Okay. Shall we wrap it up for now? I think we should. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. I did. And we'll end for now. I hope you enjoyed the discussion of Baldur's Gate 3, both the positive and negative. Way more positive than negative, that's for sure. And I hope you understand why we have to kind of downgrade the playthrough now for new games, but I am going to continue to play it and get as far as I can in it. I thank you all for watching the show. I hope to stick around for Baldur's Gate. If not, hopefully you'll be back again tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching the Level 1 podcast.
Yeah, don't watch his shit. Watch Mal's shit tomorrow. It'll be nice.
Oh my god, excuse me.
Oh my god. Fuck
All
off,
right.
Phil.
So guys, I am going to take a brief break to use the restroom before we begin. So let's actually just get the camera set up here. So here we go. So as people will say, why don't you set up scenes and transition between them? I am in another scene. As you can see, everything's different on the screen. The only difference is I have to change my webcam because the webcam
You don't have to, idiot.
automatically. You
Make
have to
the
go in,
webcam its
set the
own
resolution,
scene and then put the scene in the source. And then you can change it all the different ways you want.
Last night. The camera was smaller, so I just got to stretch out the size of the webcam.
Ugh.
And there you go. If I had this set preset, it wouldn't work because every time I do this, it has to change the size, has to change everything. So it actually doesn't work if you preset. Like I could group the webcam and the border together, but since it's changing sizes and everything, it actually doesn't work. You have to do it manually. But again, I don't know what other streamers do. I really don't care. This is what works for me. What's the big deal? Look how long it took me to do that. What was that? 5 seconds?
It's, oh
Wow,
my
you really
god,
can't stand
dude.
it, huh?
It's
I could've
about the
designed it
viewer
in
in
2012.
experience. I try to make my shit look like as if you're watching Adult Swim. You
Wow,
know?
that was a great comment earlier, wasn't it?
I like being able to like have.
Who's really the problem here? Is it the fact that I'm just a realist and I do things kind of normally like a normal person would do, or that people just have zero patience for anything in life? And oh my god, 5 seconds to resize your webcam? What a pleb, right?
Dude.
Anyway. All right, guys. So I thank you. Let's take a break. I'm gonna run a few ads and some music because I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we will start Baldur's Gate 3, apparently at the entrance of Baldur's Gate, and we'll see where it goes for today. Okay? All right, I'll be back, guys. Thanks. See you in a few.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the guy, Darkside Phil. I hope you all enjoyed. I certainly did not.
Instant death. Instant death.
being here with all of you all, being here with you all actually made it worthwhile. So I want to take the time to thank everybody for hanging out with me here today. Today is the Magical Butter Day because tomorrow, Sussy Baka Sunday, will be suspended because Lieutenant Mal will be doing her Jackbox community stream. I want everybody that's hearing my voice right now to make it a thing to come and show your love and support to Lieutenant Mal. She's always coming out and supporting and being great company for everybody. Thank everybody that's hung out with us across YouTube and Twitch. We usually don't do live reacts to Darkside Phil because there are so many other detractors that do it a lot better than me. However, if I have the opportunity, I always want to take Phil up on his offer to clown on him because he definitely makes it easy for me. Man, I'll get to use your words too. Yep. Now I know how to say the best word. Fajar. Fajar. I'm going to roll the R. Excuse me. All right. Marionette, Boneless, Damonte, thank you all so much. Lieutenant Mal, of course, thank you so much. Coffee, thank you so much. Jess Cup, thank you so much. Your company and your time is the most valuable thing that you can afford to me, and I always do appreciate any little bit that you spend here with me and us. So, until next time, take care, be safe, peace.